Very good day to you people. My name is Mohit and guys, today I'm going to show you how to work with the motion editor. This is part 3 guys. I've already covered part 1 and 2, and whatever is left over I'm going to cover in this very small tutorial. Alright, so we'll be working with the motion Tween and the motion editor, and we'll be seeing how we can actually manipulate the motion guide. Cool guys, the stage is as always white in color, 550 by 400 pixels. Let me change the color first. That's a pound sign 333. Alright, let me then choose the Polystar tool guys. I have the stroke color set to none and the fill color set to yellow, which is fine. That's exactly what I want to do. Let me click on the options button. Okay, so I'm going to select a star and making sure the number of size are 5. Let me keep the point size, star point size to a 0.3. okay, let me say okay. Right, then out here let me draw a star. Okay, in fact I wanted a smaller star. Let me go again. Yep, that's fine. Okay, and then I'm gonna right click. I'm gonna say create motion tween. Flash alerts me that since it's not a symbol, it'll be converting it to a movie clip before it can actually tween, which is fine. I'm going to say okay, and guys, you'll see that automatically 24 frames which match the frames per second have been inserted. That's alright, and you can see that it's now a movie clip. Cool. Okay guys, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drag this object, this star, out here, okay, to the other corner. Cool. Now guys, this green colored line is called the motion guide. This is the path, the motion path along which it'll be tweening itself. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to click anywhere between the first and the 24th frame out here, and then I'm allowed to enter a rotation value. I'm going to put 1 out here. So if I test right now guys, you can see that from point A to point B it actually rotates 360 degrees. Right, cool guys. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this mouse pointer very close to the motion guide, this green colored path, and I'm going to take it out here, somewhere out here. Okay, see, this tutorial focuses on how you can actually manipulate the motion guides, the path along which the object is going to follow itself. Okay, next guys, I'm going to hit this motion editor tab. Okay, out here guys, notice under the basic motion section I can actually see, I can't see all the frames. So what I'm going to do is let me, in fact I can see all the frames, right? Okay, now guys, we are inside the motion editor now. Okay, so we have a keyframe out here on the first frame, we have a keyframe out here on the 24th frame, and let's say I wanted a keyframe between these two frames, the first and the 24th. So what I'll do is I'll select the frame. Let's say I chose the 12th frame to have a keyframe on. I'm going to place the playhead out there, and under the basic motion where it says X, what I'm going to do is I can either click this diamond kind of a structure and add or remove a keyframe. Since there is no keyframe out here, it will actually add one. Okay, or I can right click out here and I can say add keyframe. So both the methods work just fine. So I'm going to click this diamond colored structure. Okay, and guys, if I go back to the timeline, give me a sec. Right, now it's added one. So if I go back to the timeline, you can see that on the 12th frame, notice out here I have a keyframe now. Okay, now have a look out here guys. This path is kind of smooth, kind of curved, right? What if I wanted it to be a little sharp? Okay, so I can manage that very easily. I should just right click on this keyframe, and out here it says a corner point. If I choose that guys, you can notice that it's now kind of triangular. Alright, it's not smooth anymore. Okay, and if I were to right click, you get an option which says smooth point, but I have with experience seen that when you say smooth point, it does not actually reverse itself, does not revert the way it was earlier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press Ctrl Z on my keyboard, so it'll be the way it was earlier. Okay, also what I can do is guys, I can right click out here and I can say linear left, and have a look what actually happens. When I say linear left, this line, which was a little curved, has actually kind of straightened out. I'm not saying it's absolutely straight, but it's kind of straightened out. Okay, let me press Control Z on the keyboard, and to reset everything back to the way it was. Then I'm going to right click again. I'm going to say linear right. Now the same behavior is attached to the right hand side path. Cool. Let me say Control Z again. In fact, I by mistake removed the keyframe. Okay, let me get it back. And guys, we just have one more option out here which says roving. If I select this option, you can actually notice that it will nudge the star just a little bit. You see that star got nudged a little bit. When you select roving, guys, it actually smoothens out the tweening that is happening from point A to point B. Let me say Control Z once again to make things the way they were earlier. So guys, what we have seen is that we can add keyframes inside the motion editor, either by right clicking out here on the graph, okay, or else I can just click on this diamond structure to add or remove the keyframe. Right. Okay, so now that we have understood how we can actually add and remove the keyframes, how we can actually set them to roving, corner point, smooth point, linear left, linear right, let's see what else we can do to manipulate this motion path or the motion guide. Right, guys, what I could have done is I can actually let's say use the sub selection tool. Okay, and if I were to choose any of the these keyframes like so, I can actually, let me zoom it a little bit, 200%. Let me show it to you. I can actually drag. I think I'll zoom back. I can actually manipulate the path like so. You see, what I did was I just drew this area around the keyframe, and then I can manipulate the path like so. Alright, not only that, guys, if I were to choose the free transform tool, okay, click on the path, let me select the path like this, I can also manipulate the path like this. Right, and if I were to hit Control Enter, let's see what has happened. In fact, when I was you see the star got selected as well. I didn't want that, so I just needed to select the path. There you go. Right, let me test now. Alright, so guys, you can control this motion guide using the free transform tool, the sub selection tool, right, like this. And you can use the motion editor, you can add keyframes, or you can remove keyframes, or you can just right click anywhere, you can say add a keyframe, you can set the points to roving, corner point, linear left, linear right, smooth point, etc. So guys, you have a lot of options on how you actually control the motion guides or the motion path. Right, so guys, I hope you like this tutorial. I'll see you very soon with yet another Flash and Action Script 3 tutorial. You have a good day, guys. Bye bye. Peace.